all with us this week. This week we are going to be delving into a very popular topic, but has never maybe or is just starting to be addressed with the A-Lady. And that is artificial intelligence, in particular, the new ChatGPT bot and system created by OpenAI and similar products to that. Really, if you start to think about the ability for your A-Lady to be much smarter, to summarize things, to do certain calculations, maybe just to phrase things or understand you better, maybe to parse what you said better, it's pretty mind-blowing what might be possible. And so we're going to take a look at that today with a particular skill. And I think in a future episode, we're going to tackle another skill too that's maybe paid for just to see how good it is. I don't know. But today's one we're going to talk about is free and apparently available, I think, across a variety of English countries. So just not locked to the United States. I believe available in Great Britain, India, Australia, and I think probably a few other places, maybe New Zealand and South Africa, I'm not sure. But anywho, before we get into that in any sort of detail and just see how smart one of these chatbots can possibly be, we're going to go to a brief message about our podcast, and then we'll be right back. About our podcast, and then we'll be right back. This episode is brought to you by New Vision at Goodwill Industries of the Valleys, and also made possible in part by a grant from the Virginia Board for the Blind and Vision Impaired. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving Central, Southwest, and Southside Virginia. Goodwill's mission is to empower individuals, strengthen families, and inspire communities. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. Well, hello again, and welcome back to the podcast. It's good to have you all with us this week. For our new listeners, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is David Ward. I'm an assistive technology instructor with the New Vision program at Goodwill here in Southwest Virginia. And you'll find that our podcasts are little nuggetized episodes where we try to tackle a wide variety of things. Sometimes it's skills, which are like apps on the A-Lady. Sometimes it's new hardware, equipment. Sometimes it's home automation. How do you control your microwave or your washer or dryer? What does that give you if you do have it connected with your Echo? And, kids things to help with family members, maybe with disabilities or or seniors, just a wide variety of things. So by all means, we've been doing this for 5 seasons. Go back and check our back catalog, or you're always welcome to reach out to us with thoughts, questions, or maybe a topic we've already covered, and we can point you to that. At the tail end of the episode, both for those who are new and for our returning listeners, which we're very glad to have you with us as well, we'll mention some ways you can reach out to me. And I need all the suggestions and help I can get because there's just so much to do every week, and try to cover something new is sometimes a challenge. Okay, so we're going to delve right into this. So if you haven't been following technology news lately, and I will tell you as a technologist, being an internationally certified computer technician and network technician and security professional for close to 20 plus years, there's a lot of hype always in the media, and that's probably true of almost any topic, but technology is true. But this one is genuinely kind of interesting, and it's connected with a company, OpenAI, and making a ChatGPT bot. And there's other AI bots out there that draw pictures and make photos and do voices. I think even I've heard about synthesized voices. But this one was really geared towards you typing in a question and it giving you feedback. Well, somebody and a number of people have thought, what if the A-Lady had that capability where I could speak to it and it would make her smarter. And that would be really, really, really cool, especially when we're sometimes frustrated by the A-Lady, maybe not getting something that we think is somewhat obvious, and that can be truly frustrating. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at a skill that is in particular free, and it's called Oracle of Light. Yes, that's not over the top. Oracle of Light. I think I'm pretty sure in the documentation it said this was based on an iteration of some point of ChatGPT, but it may be a different AI. But I wanted to play with it because it's free, and a wide variety of our audience, English-speaking across the world in different countries, Canada, Britain, Australia, India, can play with this. And so I thought that would be super cool. And it really kind of makes you stretch your imagination. Okay, what is possible? How could I formulate a question? What could she say that the A-Lady would never, ever, ever get? And so I think you're going to be really impressed by some of the things that she does. And I'm hoping with the future version, I'm going to try maybe a paid-for version, or maybe we'll get some more official-looking skills in the future that may really knock our socks off. Or who knows what Amazon is brewing in the background in their special labs and stuff. So we may find some pretty amazing stuff. And by all means, try this out and see what you think. I'm just kind of floating out some ideas here today with the questions I'm going to ask her. But by all means, try this stuff out yourself. It sounds really interesting. Okay, so first off, before I start giving demos here in the podcast, if you do have an echo and hearing distance of me, this would be the time to mute her ears, to shut her ears off. That way I'm not triggering your echo at home. And I'll just give you a second to do that. Okay, so hopefully you've had a second to do that. So let's give this a try. And as I said, this is Oracle of Light. So you just open that like you would any skill. Alexa, open Oracle of Light.
I am the Oracle of Light.
Aha.
Enhanced thanks to the artificial intelligence of OpenAI.
Oh boy.
Ask me anything. But keep in mind that today the OpenAI site is very slow and the answers are not accurate.
Oh. Help?
Here are some examples of requests.
Okay, this might help us.
Neuromancer summary in 150 words.
That's cool.
What is mathematics?
Mm-hmm.
Who is Abraham Lincoln?
Okay.
What is an equilateral triangle? What else do you want to know?
Create a press release by Apple Incorporated about new augmented reality glasses.
Apple has just announced its new augmented reality glasses, which will allow users to experience virtual reality and augmented reality in a whole new way.
Amazing.
The glasses are incredibly easy to use and will be available for purchase starting next month. What else do you want to know?
Tell me a short story about the characters John and Mark hiking in the wilderness.
John and Mark were hiking in the wilderness when they came across a strange creature. John had never seen anything like it before.
No.
And he was so excited to learn more about it.
Oh, he was excited.
Mark was just as fascinated by the creature, and they spent hours talking about it. What else do you want to know?
What are the 5 things that Abraham Lincoln is most known for?
Abraham Lincoln is most known for his role in the American Civil War, his presidency, and his legacy as the 16th President of the United States. He is also well known for his speeches, which are often quoted. What else do you want to know?
Give me a poem about UFOs.
There's something out there that we don't know what it is, but we know it's something strange, and we want to know more about it. We've seen unidentified flying objects in our skies on many a night, and we just can't help but wonder what they are and where they come from. What else do you want to know?
Give me a press release about a new Apple MacBook in the style of King James.
The King James MacBook is a brand new MacBook that has been designed in the style of the King James Bible. The laptop features a beautiful wood finish and is perfect for anyone who wants a replica of the computer that was used by King James himself. Okay, that's not what I wanted. There's a way to do this. But... What else do you want to know?
Stop.
Goodbye and good luck.
That's not what I meant to get. There's ways you can get her to write things or repeat things back or summarize things in the style of King James. And I need to think about other writers or people who have a very particular flair. So very, very cool. And I think I could play with poetry more too, about different styles of poetry. But anyway, hopefully that gives you a little bit of a clue of the dynamic nature of what I did. So one, the thing about the Apple augmented reality glasses, which is, by the way, a product that has not been released. So she had to put together like material about that would seem like a press release. Very cool. Then generating a story, which I think we've run into skills kind of like this, but they're really just stories that are plugging in John and Mark, like for the kids and stuff, like a nighttime story where they can have their own name in the story. But this is actually generating, I'd said John and Mark and about the wilderness, or I could have said something they ran into a UFO or something, and she would have put in those aspects into the story and tried to fit them together. And then the thing about Abraham Lincoln, sure, I could ask the A lady about just a summary or tell me about Abraham Lincoln, but here I asked her 5 specific things. And sometimes she'll even iterate them. She'll say point 1, point 2, point 3. So I probably didn't phrase it right today. But really, really kind of cool. And the poem thing too, that may be a cadence thing that I need to ask for a particular type of poetry. So that might be something that, or maybe I'm not doing the right thing. I should say the style of poetry or a particular type of poetry. Or maybe it's just outside her bailiwick. I don't know. So very, very interesting. I'm really interested to see where this is going to go in the future with some of our assistants like the A Lady or the Google Assistant or with Siri, as companies start to try to integrate some of these things in. But yeah, by all means, go ahead and check it out. In the months to come, we may see other skills released, and I might try and check those out. By the way, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before. If you want to be searching for a skill, you can always go to Amazon.com and then change the little dialogue from, searching for shoes or T-shirts or toilet paper or whatever. And you can drop it down to A Lady's Skills. And then you can specifically search the A Lady's store right from your computer. And that's kind of how I found this, by searching for ChatGPT. Anyway, so that will bring our show to a close. If you're interested more about things that I'm doing, feel free to check out goodwillvalleys.com/newvision, all lowercase and no spaces. And if you'd like to reach out with thoughts or suggestions, there's a number of ways you can do that. One is on Facebook. Look up Goodwill Industries of the Valleys, or on Twitter. Look up Goodwill Industries of the Valleys. Give us shoot us a post or a question or a topic you think you'd like to hear about, or you can even drop us an email at info@goodwillvalleys.com. Well, until next time, it's time to turn the ears back on your Echo. Start practicing some of the many, many things that you've learned. I'm David Ward for the New Vision program, and we thank you for listening.
Thanks, Dave. Let me tell you a bit more. Let me put on my official sounding voice. Ahem, ahem. This episode is brought to you by New Vision at Goodwill Industries of the Valleys, and also made possible in part by a grant from the Virginia Board for the Blind and Vision Impaired. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving Central, Southwest, and Southside Virginia. Goodwill's mission is to empower individuals, strengthen families, and inspire communities. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. Phew! Thanks for listening.